Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here with you here today, and I want to say a special thank you to Matuzek Mike for such a wonderful introduction. And congratulations to all of the Hall of Fame inductees and award winners. A special congratulations to our dear friend, Mr. Lenny Gomolkin in Chicago Push. Lenny, you're a true professional, a legend in this music business. It's an honor every single time my mom and I get to share the stage with you, and we appreciate all you've done for us these past few years. It's hard to believe that I'm standing here today, 32 years after this organization that our family has loved and admired over the years. 32 years after you inducted Dee Dee's dad, Henry Yashevich, into the Polka Music Hall of Fame. That experience was one of the first larger-than-life experiences that I ever had in my life, and it's stuck with me to this point, and it will never leave me. What is occurring right now is another moment I will never forget. It's bound to be one of the most special and uncomfortable moments of my mom's life, as she is not good at accepting praise. But Mom, just sit back, relax, grin, and bear it, please. Because of time constraints, I am not going to go through her entire extensive biography today, but I encourage you to check it out in the souvenir book. My mom is my hero, and a hero to people throughout this world. It is the greatest, one of the true greatest honors of my life to stand here today and to speak for her on her behalf. I was going to say who's going to cry first, me or you, but it's me. While my mom is the most selfless and humble person I have ever met, for many years she has set the standard for female polka vocalists. In her 40-plus polka career, she has been a powerhouse, is the third most decorated polka performer of all time, which includes 25 vocalist awards. 25 vocalist awards. Awards for her recordings, piano playing, and songwriting, and a Grammy nomination. My mom has been featured on over 100 songs on more than 15 recordings throughout her career, and she's still going strong. So being a guy that wears his heart on his sleeve, I also wanted to include some of Dee Dee's funny stories from the Polka Road over the years, but I really shouldn't. I shouldn't tell you about the time that the Versajays forgot about a wedding, but they all happened to be in church together at the same time, all except for Butchie, who gets the call at home about this wedding that they missed, and he proceeds to the church to tell everybody they gotta go. And everybody left before the homily. The entire band gets up and walks out of the church. I shouldn't tell you about the time that my mom was driving on a road trip through a tunnel in a van behind my Uncle Henny's van when a truck driver came on a CB talking about this crazy woman going 30 miles an hour through a tunnel and weaving. Uncle Henny came on the CB and said, "Dee Dee, that's you." I really shouldn't tell you about the time that my mom was getting inducted in the Polka Music Hall of Fame and I left her suitcase at the airport. With her dress and everything in it. And then I really shouldn't also tell you about the times that my Uncle Henny would ask my mom for names of people to send songs out to from the stage because of her uncanny ability to remember names. And one time she asked, "Who are you asking about, Henny?" His reply was, "You know, the people that dance funny." Was it you? I'll never tell. Dee Dee Ogrodny has had polkas in her heart since she was born. She's been a fixture at polka events since she was 18 months old, first with her mom, Josephine Jasowitz, and with her dad and brother, Henry and Henny Yashevich, both past inductees of the IPA Polka Music Hall of Fame. She started to sing with the bellhops Hop-ettes and then solo with the bellhops when she was 9 years old, standing on a chair to reach the microphone. Her love for polkas continued to grow, and little did she know that my dad, Stush Ogrodny, who would eventually become her husband, first saw her singing at his family's Fedor's Grove when he was 11 years old. It's really great to have two of my dad's siblings here today as well. When the bellhops disbanded in 1970, Henry, Henny, and Dee Dee joined the Polish All-Stars. And in 1972, Henny and the Versajays formed with Henny, Dee Dee, Dad Henry, and members of the Gabala family. Dee Dee had taken piano lessons for 7 years when the band originated, and she began contributing piano and bass along with her vocals. Then at 14, Henny's son Butchie joined the band on drums. Dee Dee and Stush were married in '79, and Stush began playing with the Versajays at that point. I was born in '85, and as Randy Kozlowski has very well said, I was born with a fiddle in my hand, and Henny and the Versajays was just the place I wanted to be. And of course, Randy joined the band eventually in 1997. He's been a true blessing to all of us and a dear brother to us. And I also want to make special note today of Richie Zabrowski and Tom Opus, who were two longtime members of Henny and the Versajays as well. But I share all this to show that Dee Dee's involvement in polka music has been always inseparable for family. Because of her, music and family have always been synonymous to me. And no matter which musical style I am a part of, because of my mom, I know that music's greatest treasure is the fact that it brings people together. I believe my mom is truly the matriarch, the current matriarch of this, our polka family. She considers you all family, and her larger-than-life heart is filled with love for everyone here. And today, Mom, we want you to know we love you more. I'm going to share with you very briefly that Mike Nowakovsky came up to me at Frankenmuth, Michigan this year and asked me, what's your favorite musical memory? And, you know, surprisingly, I don't often get asked that question, but without a doubt, playing with my family is my greatest musical memory ever, and it always will be. And I'm really, really thankful for that opportunity and for the opportunities that it still presents today. So as you enter the Hall of Fame, Mom, you should know that you are a musician and a vocalist of the highest level. Your tone, intonation, and ability to hear and sing harmonies, style, technique, groove, and the heart that you put into music are traits that we all admire. Your musical skills alone and how you have used them have earned you this highest honor in polka music. But on top of that, you just happen to be the kindest person in the world. As my wife, Danica, calls you, Mother Teresa. You are a true servant leader, living your values while being humble, genuine, and open to others. You make the world a better place and inspire us each day through your faith, humility, kindness, friendship, compassion, love, hard work, sacrifice, and selflessness. Mom, you've given up everything for me. Everything I am, professionally and personally, I owe to you and Dad. And I can never repay you for all that you've done and continue to do for me. But know that when I say I love you, I mean it from the deepest part of my soul. It's the honor of my life to be known as Dee Dee's son. And seeing now how Cece, Lucy, and Danica love you means everything to me. We're also proud of you, and we celebrate you as you receive this incredible achievement that you deeply deserve. Danica came up with this next comment, and I think it's the most poignant of this speech. You have spent your entire life celebrating others and their achievements, and we're thrilled to finally have this moment to celebrate you. So in closing, I'd like to share one last story with y'all that I've never shared with anybody. July 31st, 2006, the day my father had his heart attack. I will never forget sitting in our dining room and my mom holding her hand on my shoulder and telling me, everything's gonna be okay. While we both knew that it was never gonna be okay in the same way again. As always, my mom kept her promise to me. You do everything you can, Mom, every day to make my life perfect. And I, along with Danica, Cece, and Lucy, vow to always do the same for you. And we've now grown to understand that Dad is here with us now more vividly than he ever was before. We know that he is here today in many ways. In one special way, thanks to Kevin Adams, his trumpet was the one that was played by Kevin at the beginning of this banquet. Pappy is here, your fellow Hall of Famer, and so proud of you. Your brother, Henny Eshevich, is here. So proud of you. Your mom, who I know you share a very special bond like you and I share with, is here. They are all proud of you. They love you forever. And we all do, Mom. So God bless you always. our newest member of the International Polka Association Hall of Fame, Dee Dee Ogrodny.
I was going to cry. Thank you, Ryan, and your beautiful family. I am so proud to be your mom. It's my privilege to be a part of you, and I love you with all my heart. I don't know if I can read this. It's been yellowed out and scratched out and rewritten, but let me try and bear with me. I do feel like when you get up here, you're amongst family and friends, and it does calm me a bit. But the rest of me is shaking, so. I'd like to take the time to thank all of you for making this possible for me. Thank you, God, for this music and this polka family. Thank you, IPA, Christy, and your dear family. And I think I'm shrinking.
Get taller.
And all the wonderful officers, Father Bogusz, the dear members of this great organization. And thank you for this honor. I can't help but think about those that welcomed us, especially Ryan, with open arms many years ago. Leon, the Liberas, the Cerniaks, the Altenbergs, Chet. I know I'm going to miss people, and I'm sorry, but there's people who have been flashing in my mind. Fred Hootie, Karen, with all your goodie bags. Especially our dear, dear Eddie B., Tish, Kathy, Junior, Tony. I'm overwhelmed, but we love you all. Okay. Growing up in a family band was a true blessing of love. Being together, playing polka music, and going to Poland and attending Mass with Rev Kev officiating, and Ryan getting to play at the shrine of Our Lady of Częstochowa was amazing. Doing this as a family. Getting to go to the Grammys was so exciting. Had so much fun with you guys. And playing for the IPA was always a highlight of our year. Oh my goodness. The friends you make along the way just stick with you throughout your life. They experience the tough times with you. I know we've all had tough times, and you've stayed with us through ours. Playing with our dad, Stush and Henny on stage, and then losing them was extremely difficult. I know they're smiling on us today. Now, there were some funny things that happened along the way, and I'm going to get my grip. Ryan, Butchie, Randy, you can attest to this. Being the only girl in the band, with my dad, my brother, my husband, my son, and my nephew, was a hoot sometimes. When there wasn't a rest stop along the way, and we needed a bathroom break, we were all in the van, and the van swerved to the right, and 6 guys would get out of the van. And it was usually in the wooded area or whatever. And I would be left, and they'd all come back, and I would say, "Can we still stop at the next rest stop?" And I would hear, "We don't have to go." Needless to say, I still don't drink water before a car trip. But playing together was such a blessing. And if you are a part of a family band or a part of an organization or anything you do with your family, savor every moment of it, because I remember everything, and I remember thinking, I'm going to savor this moment, and it really does help. Anyway, I want to thank you, Ryan, my beautiful daughter, Danica, precious Cece and Lucy, you all are my life. Last week at Frankenmuth, Cece kept saying, I want to go back to, or this week, I want to go back to Frankenmuth, Michigan. I want to go to polka dance. I want to go to hotel. I want to yell, push, go, push, go. So this week it was, I go to Pittsburgh polka dance, and she named everybody she's going to see. She says, we're going to stay at a hotel, and I'm going to yell, push, go, push, go. Being Nunny is incredible. I love you all with all my heart. Thank you, Terry, and your wonderful family. Wuchi, Teresa, Julia, Emma, and Jacob, and also Rev Kev for always being there for us. We love you more than you will ever know. And thank you for being here today. Butchie told me, if you get nervous or you're going to cry, look at me and you'll laugh. I'm going to keep looking at you. I was also going to look at Randy, but we both cried on the way in, so I'm not going to look at Randy. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Koki and Felicia, Stasha's sister, who before we were related was first my friend. We spent many years at Fedor's Grove together with our parents and Edu too. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Claire, also. Thank you for our dear, dear friends, Carol and Jean, who went to every polka dance. Jan, Dawn, Marion, and Tom, who played concertina with us for many, many years. We love you all. Phew. Thank you, Randy and Lisa and family, who are absolute true blessings in our lives. And I'm not going to say anymore because I'm going to cry. But we love you, all of you. Thank you, Chris, Sandy, and family, too. Okay, thank you so much, Lenny and Gina, and also Estelle and Teddy and Chicago Push. We first met Lenny at the IPA in Milwaukee many, many years ago, and we kept hearing about this fabulous musician and vocalist. And they were right. They were right. We're so honored to be able to sing and play with you and your great band, and to be able to share this with Cece and Lucy through you. Thank you. And thank you for being with us in Nashville. All of this is a reminder for me of how polka music brings family and friends together. We've experienced that with so many great bands and musicians and IJs and DJs and polka fans. They stay with you through life. A really good example of this are my dear, wonderful female vocalists, friends, sisters. Stacy, Vicki, Mary Lou, Laura, Kelly, Debbie. If I'm forgetting somebody that's here, please forgive me or yell out their names if somebody's sitting with them. But you all have hearts of gold, and you're a very big blessing to me. Okay, congratulations to all of the Hall of Fame inductees, past and present, Nigel, Peter, Johnny, God bless Jean, and my dad and brother. Congratulations, Richie, on the Leon Kazicki Award. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. Thank you, Kevin. You did thank a lot of people that I was going to, Ryan. Thank you, Kevin and Basha. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. This means more to me than you'll ever know, and I love you all. Thank you.